everything in Algorand is going great, except, well, the price a little bit sideways right now, but we got all kinds of great Algorand news for you today. Huge jump in Algorand smart contracts. Will Algorand help address the water crisis? We'll dive into that news. Simple NFT minting made even simpler. Well, I want to know about that. This wallet now offers peer-to-peer atomic swaps, so we're going to dive into what that means. Fractal Monsters beta, the TCG beta just had a huge adoption. We'll dive into that. And speaking of games, if you're going to play some chess, now would be the time. We will explain why. All of that on today's Frugal BC. By the way, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, please hit that like and subscribe button. Big thanks to everyone who got us to 6,000 subscribers. All y'all pressing that subscribe button gently, just like I asked. No smashing allowed. No, I'm just kidding if you want to. I don't care. But everyone got us to 6,000. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate that. Now we're going to go. We're on our way to 10,000 now. So let's get there. Let's get there next. Anyway, we are brought to you by non-fungible domains. By the way, if you guys want that .algo address, makes doing everything in Algorand so much easier. Vaults, segments, all kinds of great stuff at non-fungible domains. That is your go-to source. If you're getting into Algorand, you got an Algorand wallet. That's your next step. Get that .algo address today at non-fungible domains. And we are brought to you by Marcus Aurelius. Marcus is a meme coin and NFT project on the Algorand blockchain. I love the stuff they're doing, kind of blending stoicism and kitty cats. You know, Marcus Aurelius instead of Aurelius. Really cool stuff. Always coming out with new things to talk about. So good for Marcus. Great project. Good founder. Check them out in the description below. Marcus Aurelius. But enough about all that. Let's get to today's show. And today first off, we're going to talk about a big jump in Algorand smart contract usage. This is right from the Algorand development page. Number of smart contracts deployed on Algorand surged by 117.81% in July, jumping from 324,000 to 706,800 some in July. 862 if you want to be exact. That is a huge jump. That is more than June, May, and April. And in fact, it's more than May and June combined. Might be more than April and May combined too. So that's a huge jump in smart contracts. And I think that's going to grow more because Algorand got added to the Easy A app, which is a kind of like a Duolingo for learning app development on different blockchains. Algorand added to it now. We had the founders on the Algorand space the other day, which we live streamed. That was really, really cool. Those guys are good guys. And I think you're going to see more of these kind of stats as we bring people on chain. So really awesome stuff. And that is not all. We got a ton more for you today. Algorand could help address the water crisis. I didn't even know there was a water crisis necessarily. Why don't we dive into this piece of news? By 2030, water demand will exceed sustainable supply by 40%. You know, there's only so much water in the world. Supply going up. Hypercube and Water Lab are using Algorand to tokenize 50 million plus cubic meters of reclaimed water. It took me a second there. Used to dealing with freedom units here in the US. Each squared meter or cubed meter cubed. How would you say that? Hypercube. They call it hypercube. Each meter cubed is tracked on chain using the water token credits into real world impact. So pretty cool there. So I want to know a little more about this blockchain for solving water shortages. Now see here, a report from the United Nations predicts that by 2030, global demand for water will exceed sustainable supply by 40%. World Economic Forum further notes that terrestrial water shortage decreased by almost 1.3 trillion tons between 2005 and 2015. That's a lot. So even though over 70% of the waters of the planet is covered by water, we actually only have 2.5% is fresh water. So we got to track that. So kind of like, this is pretty interesting. I don't fully understand it, but it allows them to track they can have flow meters to their system through APIs, registering each cubic meter of water being reclaimed, and so it basically allows them to track it on chain, which is definitely helpful if you're trying to have a sense of what impact you're making. Well, not to water down the rest of the show because we have plenty left for you today. Simple NFT minting actually just got even simpler. Let's dive into this. This is from Wen.Tools. They say introducing the really simple mint. This is the same thing as Simple Mint, only with way less options, should be fewer options, for people to get confused over. Simply upload an image and name it. Wow, even Grandma can figure that one out, and maybe I can too. Big thanks to No Cash for the PR. I don't know who that is. Should we take a look? Name, choose file, mint. Boom, done. That's really simple. So that's the really simple one. I think there's like a less simple one too, but oh, that's pretty cool. Looks pretty easy there, huh? Speaking of simple, this wallet now offers peer-to-peer atomic swaps. That's right, no middleman. Let's find out how that works. That's right, that is Loot Wallet. Loot Wallet now offers peer-to-peer atomic swaps, no middleman or smart contract. Check it out on Loot. People seem very happy about that. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about that other than pretty neat that you just be able to do it, just be able to make those swaps without having to go through a middleman. Kind of neat. You guys know Fractal Monsters used to be a sponsor. They got their new TCG game coming out, and they've paid us for, you know, they did a paid video with us, and was going to cover one of the tournaments live too, and I just had some problems with my computer, but we did kind of cover it a little bit. I just took the video down because it got, you know, it just wasn't working all that well. But a lot of people playing in the beta, so I think we gotta dive into this a little deeper. Yeah, by the way, the new Fractal Monsters, it's super cool. It's a trading collectible game, trading card game, trading card game, very similar to Hearthstone, but with all the Fractal Monsters critters you're familiar with, and built on the Algorand blockchain. There is a Web3 and non-Web3 version, basically, depending on where you play it. I believe if you play it in Steam, you can't do the Web3 stuff, or you have to open it up on a different platform. Same login for all of them. Anyway, 375 plus players in their first 2 weeks of beta. Well, that's really good. And I will say it's a lot of fun. I can see why. You know, I always like when I'm able to try these things out. The ranked grind is already getting spicy, but there's still time to get in early and make your mark. I think you can climb up the leaderboard. NFT prizes up for grabs in the tournaments. And I actually got beat by the founder when I played. I won my first game. I was actually kind of surprised. I actually didn't think that I would I thought I'd just lose in the first round because I really hadn't been playing a ton, but yeah, I played it. It was a lot of fun. They did a really good job. You know, if I had to launch a criticism of it, it's that it's, you know, it doesn't really bring a whole lot new to the table other than it's just a different version of like the Hearthstone style game. You know, we also have that one Age Your Tactics that just never seemed to get off the ground. So, you know, good for these guys. They've always been building the Fractal Monsters original game. You know, they launched it and they were running it, and now they have the Fractal Monsters TCG and they launched that and it's going really well too. So I put my money behind teams that are going to keep building and just keep putting stuff out. You know, I'm less when I see stuff being announced, so like this is coming in 2 years. You know, they never say 2 years, but that, you know, it's coming in the future. I'm like, okay, let me know when it's live. This one's live. You can play it now. You can play it at all different platforms, and it's a lot of fun. And that is not all our gaming news, by the way. You guys know I'm big on this partnership between Algorand Foundation and World Chess. That has actually been going on for a long time. But we now, during the roadmap, Mark from the foundation talked about the new partnership with the Tower on chess and the Intermezzo system. Now, Intermezzo is basically like the new Algorand wallet that doesn't really behave like a crypto wallet, so the regular person doesn't know they're on crypto, which I think is key because, you know, other than us crypto nerds, most crypto wallets kind of turn regular people off. They just look confusing. They're scary. They don't like it. And so this is kind of the first application. It's called the Tower, and it allows you to play games on World Chess and then rack up points. But now they got a tournament coming up. And this is right from the Algorand Foundation. Join the World Chess and Algorand for Blitz to the top, a 3-day chess showdown beginning the 19th of August. Play, climb the tower, win 5,000 algo, and have every move recorded on chain. By the way, can you imagine if this was on ETH? If they were recording every move on chain on ETH, this would have to be like a correspondence game where, you know, moves take like a month. Only on Algorand can you do it this fast. I mean, probably Hedera would work too, but in case you missed it, by the way, and we kind of talked about this, the Tower is the first use case of Intermezzo from the Algorand roadmap. And like I said, Intermezzo is that basically crypto wallet that's not a crypto wallet. So people don't feel like they feel like they're just signing up for a regular web thing, which makes it much easier for people to do. And this is kind of the this is the thing here. Now they got 3 different days coming up, by the way. So the 19th, the 21st, and the 24th. This is 10 a.m. This time is 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, so you can convert that to, you know, wherever you live. That sucks for me, except this one's on Sunday. The August 24th one is on Sunday. So it's Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Sunday would be the most likely thing for me to play if I was going to do this. It might be fun. And you're doing Blitz 3+2. So it says world chess rated. So I don't know if that means you have to be rated before you play. I did sign up for an account. I haven't played any games on this yet, but this is I mean, there's already 500 players, and I doubt most of them are Algorand people. A lot of them have very good, ratings. Well, some that aren't so good. Well, no, I'm sorry. That's right. It goes up. Yeah, those are really good ratings. These are all people who would trounce me right there, but, on the side here, I don't know if you can see those. Yeah, so I think that's really good news. I think that's a great use of the new intermezzo, which I think you're going to see more of that. You're going to see more of this kind of stuff where it's like, hey, this is a crypto wallet, but it doesn't look like a crypto wallet. It's not going to confuse you like a crypto wallet. It's like quote unquote normie friendly. And you know, I hate to use those terms, but there's just a lot of people that aren't that literate when it comes to crypto. And so I think you get more adoption the more user friendly you can make it. And so I think partnerships like this are very good for the future of crypto and Algorand too. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this news update. We'll hopefully have HBAR or link updates this week maybe, so keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, I am Frugal BC. Hope you're doing well out there. Stay safe, and I will see you in the future.